What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. Perception's reality. That shit's real for you. What you think into your mind is real. But that's because you have your imaginative faculties, right? But again, going back, what ties that down and what binds that is your logic side to say, okay, this is real in my head, but how real can it be within this physical realm? You feel what I'm saying? It can be as real as it is in your head, but what I mean by that is there's things up until that point before it can be 100% real that you need that logic side to bridge the gap for. Yes, you can vision yourself. Yes, you can be a millionaire. It's not hard. I ain't got a million, but I'm just saying you can be a millionaire. It's not hard because that's where your imagination goes. What's hard is the logic side that goes in between it and the work that has to get there. If the work doesn't go to where your imagination sees it happening, you will feel like you can't do it. You will feel like, oh, maybe this ain't for me. Why? Because as a child, you were never given the patience, or growing up when your imagination was stripped from you, you were never given the patience or taught the patience on how to build something organically in between time without losing sight of the goal and without oversimplifying what could happen. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody knows that you can get from point A to point B, but it's like what happens within that range, what happens within that route. You feel what I'm saying? That's where everything else falls, because now it's like, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. People think when you have that imagination in there, that everything is happening. That's magic. It just happens. If I believe it, I can conceive. No, there's a lot of work that you gotta put into. There's a lot of work that you have to put into. That's where your imagination and your logic side have to build. That's when your creativity has to meet with tangible reality. This is what I'm saying. How you envision it, it may be able to happen exactly that way. However, there may be levels that you have to get to and things that you have to uncover before you can get it to that point. You feel what I'm saying? It's not always a snap of the fingers, and because it's not a snap of the fingers, a lot of times people will give up before they even really get started, because it's fucked up. It's not fucked up. It's a part of life. You feel what I'm saying? But people give up before they really get started, because getting started is really just not really them getting started. And what I mean by that is this. I know it sounds crazy. It didn't even come out right. But what I mean by that is this. Sometimes the very preparation you putting in that you think is the starting point ain't even the starting point. That is the preparation to get you prepared to start. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, let's say you collect all the tools. You're going to build a house, right? And you say, okay, I need this tool, I need that tool, I need that tool. So you think that's time to start. No. That just gives you the tools. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to write the blueprints. You still got to do the measurements and do all of the other shit. That's when the starting happens. So, but a lot of times it's because we've collected the materials, because we think that's starting. And because everything isn't coming to fruition, sometimes we quit. But we wouldn't quit if we had that determination. I feel personally, we wouldn't quit if our determination was still intact from, being like, you ever seen, like, from being a child and maintaining that imagination, but like, you ever seen how determined a child can get when they want to accomplish something? You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, let's just look at, as they say, when the motherfucking, quiet is good until you know that you have a child. And then you're like, yo, it's a little too quiet. What is this motherfucker doing? Just take that. I ain't saying motherfucker in a disrespectful way. Your kid ain't a motherfucker. Like, it just flows sometimes, but when it gets too quiet, like, where's my child and what is my child doing? It's too quiet right now. Then you find them. What are they doing? They're drawing on something. They have gotten into something, right? What happened in that moment? Now I get it. As a parent, as a disciplinarian, or whatever the case may be, we want to fly off the handle, discipline them, line them up, whoop them, do whatever we want to do. But you need to take the time in that brief moment, analyze what just happened to that child. They were quiet, which means that whatever they were doing, they were focused. They were focused on that shit. Now, granted, I get that it's going to be some fucked up shit. It's Vaseline every fucking where. on their head, down, everything. What was their mind? Where was their mind? What did they look at this Vaseline and say, what is this? What is going through their mind when they say, I know mommy, I know daddy puts on Vaseline. You feel what I'm saying? But when they put it on, it ain't this globby. What the fuck? Maybe I need to put more on. So it's like, and they just stay in it. But you never know what is going through that child's mind. But that's where their imagination lies.